Round of 16 in the Asian closed qualifier. It is Fortitude versus Alice. If you win 2 matches here today, you're through. You advance to the main event starting next week already for Europe and America. And let's see who shall prevail today. Soin and or Focus waiting in the next round in this part of the bracket. Fortitude playing really well recently, again kicked out TH of the WGL qualifier. So I think he's a little bit of the favorite here, but never underestimate Alice. He played really well at WCG team event, for example. He is definitely stepping it up. It was a huge surprise when he played the last WGL, but he established himself alongside Linguagua and Shao Kai as the new stars of the Tier 2 Chinese scene. So let's see what he can do here today.
Is there a bumper, Leo? Is there a bumper?
Just 1 second, what you can talk about that. It's
Bumper?
no problem. We're here on the Back to Warcraft stream. We can pretty much do whatever we want. There's no big bumper. Everything is fine.
That's pretty poggers. All right, let's take a look what we have here. We have a Warden first for Alice against a Mountain King first for Romantic. Ah, sorry. Damn, I fell into the trap. Fortitude.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that as well. Like, that's a new account. He's back. Of course, LP for his clan, Lao Pao Esports Club. But he's back to the label of Romantic. What's up there?
Maybe it's the old account he was missing.
No,
I
he
don't
was
know.
already Fortitude when he switched when he signed with LP.
Yeah, but he has had this account for a long time. I had him
Oh.
on the friends list previously already.
Oh, okay. Okay, then probably not going back, but interesting, to say the least. And we have a Warden tearing us stand, already promising.
Yeah, normally the meta that we see here is fast expansions, rather passive play. Terran stand the strongest passive map in the pool. Uh oh, the Warden. Does she even get these last hits?
Oh!
One of them goes to the footy. She tried to secure it with the lightning shield, with fog lightning, but the footy soaked up some of the damage, so didn't get all of it. So missing a bit of experience here. Gonna delay the level 2 by a little. With the green camp, she can still get it, but yeah, she's slowed down just the tiniest of smidges. But the items are amazing, of course.
Yes.
Mantle and greater mana, exactly what she wants. All about mana.
And what we want is more subs, and we got 2 new. Thank you, QTS Pubes 420 for the 3-month resub. Greetings from Lüneburg. That's pretty close to me. Less than 3 back, my mate. Lüneburg, pretty sweet city. Thank you, John Doe, for the Prime sub as well. Much love. Alice continues creeping with the Engine of War. Second Engine of War at the shop. Pretty old school. This
Important last hits here. The footy, getting that one from earlier on the small creep is okay, but it cannot be allowed to get any more. Sentry wards for the Warden. Man, these are some kick-ass items for her. And she's trying to get quickly to level 3. Ancient of War already positioned over at the lab, but that should be pretty predictable nowadays.
Wonder if he
footy
goes
at the Merc camp.
for the staff, and staff to the upper right. Might be a little too late. Oh, second mercenary stolen for Fortitude. Got the Shadow Priest already, doing the creep spot, and now the Berserker as well. There is the staff, but the Wisp is moving back, interestingly.
Alright, feels like Alice needs to send a Wisp to the enemy mercenary camp to get that Berserker over there. But he's a little bit late with that, maybe. We can see a Wisp moving through the middle right now. That should have perhaps been a little bit faster. Because now the MK is level 3. He can go for his own staff. And then he can find a lot of kills very easily with that Stormbolt of his. Warden, somewhat close to level 3. But not quite there yet. She's evading any kind of scout. It's nighttime. Limited vision here for Fortitude. Warden might be jumping into the main, but there's an arcane tower there already. Seems like he's ready.
I think so too. It's really fascinating how much better Fortitude is playing compared to like 2 weeks ago. Definitely struck me as that on Thursday. We got 2 new subs. Thank you, Cliff Mo, for the 4-month resub. How romantic! And Crook Guts with the 9-month resub. Uber Eats and B2 Dubs. Hi from Australia. B2WGG. B2 Dubs. I like that.
Thank you, thank you. Do we have Uber Eats in Germany? No, right?
If we have it, I never used it.
So yeah, we
It's
go
pretty much
Warden
like
jumping.
Lieferando or something.
Yeah, our usual delivery service in Germany is Lieferando. It was interesting, like, until 1 or 2 years ago, there was a lot of different companies battling for the market. And then one day, Lieferando just bought all of them.
Yeah.
And that was Monopoly. There we go.
We love Monopoly.
Speaking of Monopoly, did you used to like that game as a child?
I love it. I'm still undefeated in Monopoly. To this day.
I hated that game, dude. That led to so many hateful moments growing up.
That was more Risk for me than Monopoly.
Oh yeah, Risk is the absolute friendship killer, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Monopoly, for me, was pretty close behind. So the
Oh,
warden
Warden
is
is blocked.
harassing, going for the peasants. Killed 1 or 2 of them already, but we'll have to staff out now as the MK is attacking the Tree of Life. Oh, this could be pretty close. Is
With
that
the
enough
Berserker?
damage for the cancel?
Not really, I think. Oh, Warden getting sweet lasted here. Bash doesn't work against buildings, so that expo is safe.
Yeah, the build so far for Alice is looking to work out pretty well.
Yeah, pretty old school, no big risks, not cutting too many corners. Just solid. And Fortitude is investing so much into Mercs. That's the 3rd already. From the right-hand side. Don't know if he got a 4th one on his side. He's teching at the expansion.
Oh my god. It's the classic Yumiko move. Wow, I haven't seen that in forever.
Not sure what the reason is.
Maybe he felt he lost some peasants in the main, he had to remake them and keep his tech going at the same time. Interesting. Not everyone knows that this provides a unique mechanic. It makes it so that the human can call militia from both of his bases, because you can always call militia from the main, but also if your expo has the higher tech, then you can also call militia there. So that's kind of cool, but it comes with the risk that if you get attacked at the expansion while you're teching, you can't remake peasants, can become very expensive. But I guess in this case, not getting harassed, so it's only bringing benefits.
Yeah, and he got a Shredder and the Zeppelin, so even if he loses some peasants, that should totally be fine. Should be totally fine. Cool game to start the day with. Gonna be a long day, of course, as we have Europe and America later. I think I'm gonna cast with Bido. I'm not too sure, actually, for the open qualifier. This Carson is moving already, I think. We'll see. Got Dryads by Alice and Nature's Blessing. Fast Nature's Blessing, so important. Man, Shishi didn't upgrade it in a 26-minute game on Thursday. I almost lost my mind. He lost... that was against Michael.
Did you get triggered?
Triggered! It was a lot about base race, right? Against Michael. And Michael was pushing with the Tinker constantly and with A-bombs constantly. And Shishi, it took him 5 lost Trees of Life until he finally decided that Nature's Blessing is a good upgrade in that game. It was infuriating, Remo.
I mean, better late than never, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, sure.
So this is a pretty standard game here so far. The
Except
Warden
that-
is starting to level up more and more. She needs level 4 though, level 5 somewhat soon. Oh, and guess what we see here? Alchemist second.
That's new style, man.
Didn't we hear that about Chimiko earlier?
Yes,
That's something special.
indeed. He played that versus Moon in, was it AWL? I think so. And that might be followed up with a Blood Mage. Todd told me about this, that Chimiko is freaking crazy. And if you get praise from Todd, that says something. But yeah, that style is pretty dope. Didn't Thorzane play this as well? Or was it a different build?
He played with AM, as far as I remember. And showed it off there really well. Blood Mage, AM, and Alchemist. Yeah, pretty crazy what Chimiko did there. He defeated Moon and Colorful on the same day.
On the same
with the
day.
same strat.
Not really. He didn't play it against Colorful.
Didn't he?
I think he only played versus Moon. Anyway, the Zeppelin drops are working out quite nicely here. With all the Merc piercing damage. So, second mine denied again. Gotta evacuate now, I think, with all the Dryads coming in. But that's already damage done. Whoop, don't slip. And he's taking to tier 3. 40% done. Oh, he's playing something. Mass air. Oh, that is the perfect follow-up for that style. Dragonhawks, Griffins. Here we go.
I guess nowadays, even more enticing that tanks have been nerfed. Poor Fortitude, you know. Once upon a time, his favorite units, they got nerfed a few years ago, and recently they got nerfed again. Poor tanks. Oh, what a shame that we don't see them too much anymore. So I guess you have to play something else.
Yeah, this is exactly what Chimiko played against Moon. So romantic, copying that style a little. I like it. He played Mass Air in like 2016 already versus Foggy on this map, also versus Warden. So he's no stranger to Mass Air.
A player's forces are under attack.
I looked it up, by the way. Chimiko did in fact play against Colorful and Moon on the same day in AWL, but against Moon he played more standard. He didn't play MK first. That's why he did too Colorful.
Wait, we have 6 production buildings now by Fortitude. Got 3 Griffin aviaries, 2 workshops, and the barracks, of course.
Oh.
What's that?
I guess it is tanks.
Distraction tanks to buy more time?
Speaking of time, dude, how long is it taking to get this freaking expansion up?
A long time.
The Alchemist's sustain here with the heal spray is just making the Warden's life so damn difficult.
Yeah, he's sacrificing a lot of time for creeping, but totally worth it. If there's not 2 bases, Fortitude is having an easy time. He's already at 900 gold, 70 supply.
Oh.
Losing a bit now as the Panda comes in. Alright. Tree repositioned. Maybe it's working out a little better now. As we're going into bears and Dragonhawks. And what's coming from the workshops? That's the question. Blood Mage it is.
51 supply right now
Attack.
for Alice. Don't look, Todd! Look away!
Look away.
Look away! We should say that every time someone says 51. What do you think he finds more painful? Seeing 51 supply or 81 supply?
I think 51.
You think next time we're gonna have to hold up one of those charts that doctors hold up with the levels of pain displayed in cartoonish faces? You know what I'm talking about?
Not the slightest idea.
You know, like old doctors used to have this chart that they showed their patients in a hospital, where it was a display of facial expressions of in how much pain they were. You know.
Ah, that sounds pretty stupid, but alright. That's the giant kill. That's level 2 for the Alchemist. He has a big inventory as well. The heal potion, heal scroll, blood mage of course with siphon. That looks pretty powerful to me.
Yeah, Dragonhawk, all in attack. Looks like such a weird strategy. This was in fact introduced quite a while ago, maybe like a year ago. It doesn't always work. You definitely have to have a lead in a game. In an even game, you're gonna get slaughtered by the Night Elf. But if you do have a lead, suddenly this comes flying in, and it's very, very hard for the Night Elf to deal with. Hardly any anti-air. Only thing he really has that's going for him is hero levels. Panda 3, Warden 4, not bad, but ideally want to have Warden 5, get kills, get level 6.
He has a big mana potion and the Subi Mask. That's a lot of spells. Siphon is focusing on the Warden. Wee, that was a lot of damage with Fan of Knives and Breath of Fire. But I doubt that that's enough. As we said before, he has a heal scroll. He has that alchemy. Oh, he used the heal scroll already. But it feels like it's not enough. That Breath of Fire hit pretty much nothing, unfortunately. And there's so much heal spray. Oh, Blood Mage Alchemist combo. I love it.
The healing, just too much. Heal spray, heal scrolls. He even has double region scroll in his inventory, by the way, which is kind of cool. All the healing in the world. And this early in the game, Alice doesn't have enough damage yet to punch through this. Great game by 40.
Yeah, super solid. He wasn't really shaking once this game, was he?
I think so. Always knew what to do. Always was in control. When the Warden was in his main, it was a little annoying for a while, but didn't seem to be much of a problem. And here we have the Region Scroll still running now. Game's not necessarily over for the Night Elf, because if these heroes get to level 6 and 5, they can solo a Dragonhawk army. Doesn't matter how much supply it is.
Also against human triple hero, especially with the Blood Mage. I mean, the Blood Mage will rise to level 3 soonish as well.
Depends on how good he executes it, but Warden level 6 is definitely a marvel! And there comes the hero kill through the banish. The Panda says, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, Fortitude wanted to be a little cheeky and save his hero with the banish, but the Panda said, thank you, my friend, for that amplified damage to spells. And 40 isn't transitioning into anything, right? Like, the workshops are absolutely useless. He's also not going into any griffins. Maybe it's not over, as you said.
Now the tanks are coming.
Ah.
Finally.
40 at the
Signature
tanks.
unit.
Love it. Blood Mage is
A
coming
player's
back rather
forces are
fast.
under attack.
Third attack upgrade already for the Dragonhawks as well. Love that shop. 2 towers in the shop. It's pretty good. Not that expensive.
And this was really important here for Fortitude to set up. Not easy to, not hard to do it, but hard to remember doing this every time when you need to. This gives him now a very strong foothold over here, and it's super annoying for Alice, trying to get his opponent out of here. The double arcane tower always burning, always region scrolls being purchased, clarity potions, and Fortitude is waiting for the tanks to start coming.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much to deal with tanks. 2 bears and the panda. It's kind of hard for Alice to find the right combo now, I feel. How many dryads? How many bears? What's next? Orb of Venom is of course doing a wonderful job as well. Mountain King at 50% has a heal potion. TP on the Warden wants to stay in. The Concave on the Dryads is pretty good. Hard to attack them. And now he forces the TP. I didn't think that would be possible. MK in trouble as well, but Alice holds.
Yeah, with that TP, he buys a lot of time for himself. The Warden can get level 4, level 5 I mean, if she creeps just a little bit more, and then she can start blink fanning across the map. And with that, perhaps more time can be bought. This is not over yet.
Okay. Can someone establish a third base is the question. Tanks I have 0/0 upgrades, which is not too great. Couldn't he just go into Griffins now? Instead of tanks? I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, the awkward thing is he's already at 80 supply.
Yeah.
So if he makes anything more, he's going to lose a lot of gold.
Yeah, I think he's just
Maybe the
expanding
best
for the
way to
third
do
time.
it now. Maybe the best way to do it now is expand and then get value out of the units while you still can. But these Dragonhawks have hit their expiration date. The Night Elf is at high supply now. He has high hero levels now. He's got a good army, which means these Dragonhawks are pretty damn trash. So it looked so good for Fortitude just a second ago, but yeah, time is slipping away.
That's the thing with the Dragonhawk strat. Next mana potion. He has so much money. He has double mana potion, big mana potion, and the Sobi mask. Pretty sick. 40 is in position, but is he ready? Man, that level 2 banish siphon is gonna be so good. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire hits absolutely everything. One of the wind instantly dispelled. How quick was that dispelled? Jeez.
Blink Found Knives again. Dragonhawks taking a lot of damage. That combo! Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Heal Spray over the top. And now we have the level 2 Siphon coming as well. Blood Mage just hit level 3.
Alchemist in a little bit of trouble as well. If there's a Stormbolt, he might be dead. But the Mountain King is attacked by bears as well. Can there be a nuke? Not really. The 2 towers trying to hold this. But I feel Alice got this. Yep. Ouch! Blood Mage again. He can't die.
My
Mountain
God.
King and Blood Mage both saved with like 50. If only Alice had another tree up by now, it would almost be game.
And There were 2 tanks for Fortitude just standing AFK in a corner. In the meantime, they could have attacked the Tree of Life, but of course, you know, easy to criticize, hard to do perfectly in the heat of battle. But that could have definitely helped out. Maybe could have even killed the tree if Alice hadn't paid attention. But yeah, these Dragonhawks, if that push doesn't work, it's very much an all-in. You are so far behind.
Yeah.
And considering what happened earlier, he had a 30 supply lead at some point. But by the magic of Breath and Fan of Knives, Alice was able to stabilize.
A
Yeah.
player's forces are under attack.
Would have loved to see a couple of Griffins in that mix. That helps so much against bears. They're pretty hard to kill as well compared to Dragonhawks. We do have a second expansion coming up in the bottom left. We get more upgrades for Alice as well, who's not going into any hippos or something, or chimeras. Just straight up Dryad Bears, the standard. Double heal scroll now for 40. Maybe one more push. He's not moving away from Dragonhawks anymore. Just the 2 tanks, not the greatest value on them. But we do have Clap against bears. Piercing damage of the Dragonhawks is still good against Dryads. He just has to out-heal Fan of Knives' Breath of Fire.
And the army's also becoming more and more of a threat, though. With how many more resources Fortitude had, he was able to get quite the big supply upgrade lead. But Alice is closing that gap more and more. He's got his own upgrades coming in. Got plenty of lumber thanks to the shredder.
And we have a little break here. Fortitude, maybe a phone call again. We had that during WGTL where game had to be paused for like some phone calls are more important than Warcraft games apparently. I would never do that, Remo. Would you?
Well, I never play professional Warcraft games, so I don't think it applies to me. Plus,
For casting.
nobody ever calls me. But you know, a young stylish entrepreneur like Fortitude, you know, there's lots of things going on, bro. You gotta keep all those people in check around you. You know, it's a busy life.
True. Sweet anti-magic potion dodge on the Stormbolt. Well done there. Was pretty close distance. Has to cancel it against the tanks. That tree wouldn't have hold on. Is he willing to fight this now? Oh, absolutely is. There's the war cry. Back into the Dragonhawks. Focus fire only on the warden. That's not really the target exactly. That's where you want to go. But everything is kind of clumped up. That's an invite for the panda. Oh, Alchemist TP's out immediately.
Also the thing with playing this Dragonhawk style, like maybe you can kill the Dryads, but your heroes on the ground are always threatened. Because guess what? They're always getting attacked by the bears. So usually, sooner or later, you have to TP out. Again, unless you have a massive lead. Otherwise, this Dragonhawk strat cannot work.
Shouldn't Clap just wreck the bears?
It's certainly good, but if you only have Clap, that still takes a lot of spells over time to take out the bears, and they're still returning damage.
Warden close to 6 as well, by the way.
Player's forces are under
Especially the
attack.
Knight Elf has heal scrolls, which oftentimes he can afford to. It's
Finally
pretty rough.
some Griffins. I think their time is maybe over as well. Against 80 supply, 70 supply, soon to be 80 supply again. But at least he's trying. To switch. He needs something against these bears for sure. If they find the heroes, we just saw it on the Alchemist. The Alchemist is a pretty tanky boy. But bears just eat him.
Yeah, Alice has a really well-rounded army, which almost sounds like a mini insult because only 2 units, but it's not meant to be an insult. It's just, you know, the Night Elf army. Just Dryads, a few bears, and especially, importantly, strong heroes on top. The Panda's gonna hit level 5, the Warden's gonna hit level 6. Throw those ultimates and other... Yeah, get your mind out of the gutter.
That's what you said!
Well, it was very obviously me mispronouncing something. So, Panda's on level 5, and with that Breath of Fire is going to be so much damage. Do we have any heal scrolls anymore here for Fortitude? We do have 1. Don't know if that's enough.
Tree of Eternity seems to be a higher priority than canceling this one. So maybe we go into 2 base again as the main bases have expired. 1,000 left for 40 at the natural expansion. Of course, 6,600 for Alice. Due to all the delays on the Entangled, he will be mining for quite a long time. He doesn't necessarily need that third base, while 40 does.
The tanks this game, I feel like were kind of uninspired. When we saw other top humans use them in the past, there were some really smart implementations of them. But here, it's looking a little more difficult. Peasant's getting attacked now by the Warden. 1 kill away from level 6. There it is!
Ouch. There's mana as
Pop the
well.
ult right now.
There's corpses. That's an invite for the Avatar of Vengeance. Now he has to deal with that as well. Plus, take care of one of the 2 bases at least. This is turning into a rough game for Fortitude.
Yeah, it's just too many issues arising. First it was the Knight of Stabilizing on 2 bases, the AoE kicking in, then it was the Dryads getting stronger, it was another base coming up. It's just... seems like Fortitude is trying to fix one problem after the next, but always more keep up springing up.
Yeah. These Griffins need to be out of range of the Dryads or they will melt. Oh, that's 5 spirits. They can do so much here. And the towers are out of range. So what can they really do?
Town is under siege.
Last ditch effort for Fortitude already?
Yeah, he's doing a good job here with the kiting. He's trying to stay out of range of most of these Dryads, but now he eats the combo. Drunken Hate's Breath of Fire. There's a Siphon coming in, but the Panda still has mana pots. Heal Scroll was used, but it's the only one. Also, mana potion still on this Warden. Panda comes in for the next barbecue. Drunken Hate's Breath of Fire. OMG. GG. GTFO. This game is pretty much over. Then again, the Warden gets stabbed to the tree over there. A hero kill is the only thing that can make Fortitude stay in this game.
He definitely has an easier time against the Bears thanks to the Griffins, but there's barely anything left. Mountain King has no mana anymore. A Stormbolt would be much appreciated. I think the Griffins definitely did its job. Maybe the transition there, the late transition was a mistake. But yeah, Shredder falls as well. He's down to the 2 Griffins. They can't attack Dryads. Heroes have to do it on their own. 2 HP. But yeah, seems like it's it's close to level 6 as well. While all the mining is denied, that's game for Alice as the Blood Mage falls in a bit. 40 is holding on. That's the staff. That's focus. Nice save.
He's doing his best here, but it's just not enough left. MK level 6. He did get quite some experience here, to be fair. But doesn't have a TP to get out.
He also has no
Spirits
gold.
in the north, almost killing the expansion. The Warren's just having a chill time, hanging out next to the barn.
Can they kill this before they expire? I think, close?
Yeah, the Avatar got this.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Boom.
And no mining at the natural. There's barely any gold left. And Alice has had 2 bases still. Has an easy time to get back to 70 supply. That's checkmate 40.
He seems unwilling to accept this yet. Dude, where is this Blood Mage standing next to the castle, by the way? Are you seeing this?
It's so far away. Social distancing. From the peasants.
Why is he standing over there? What the hell?
A town is under
That's the
siege.
important questions.
I know. Good game by Alice. That must be one of the most rewarding games for Night Elf that we see a lot in this meta, and saw also a few months in the past already. You know, playing on Terranas, getting to dual hero, getting to high level in the end, and always holding on wave after wave of human attack. And I wonder if Fortitude had just played it safe and would have just gone for a third base with his lead, would have just gone for Night's Breakers with his lead, this game would have had a much better chance of going his way, I suppose.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But he's a man. Like he's a fan of the Masked Dragonhawks for, as I said, a long time. So can't blame him to play this, especially when Chimiko pulled it off almost perfectly. We get mountain giants as well to clobber down more buildings more quickly. I like that. He still has 2 maps to fix this. More common maps where there's maybe no warden, maybe standard archmage. That should suit Fortitude a little better. Thank you, Low Life, for the 21-month resub, and Inglorious Staffords for the tier 1 sub. Half a year already. Thank you.
I didn't see that message. Weird. Thank you, guys. Alright, do we see Cosmodon? Cosmodon!
You got the soundbox ready?
That's the only thing, the only victory left to achieve in this game.
Well, we could also see Earthstorm and Fire. That would be sweet. Not too far away from that either. Yeah, how do you kill these mountain giants now, by the way?
Warden, not even part of this fight yet. She will be coming in. There it is! Alright, I like that. We could be seeing 3 ultimates over here in this game. But the panda is getting dried off, so it's not going to be so easy for him. It was a big combo, though. Those hawks are on fire!
And now we're waiting for the Earthstorm and Fire. Won't get it! Romantic denies the fans this nice little celebration. Terraner Stand goes to Alice. Definitely with the help of 2 or 3 big mana potions. That was quite lucky, but we don't want to downplay how well he played defensively after some issues in the early game where he couldn't get his expansion up or his Entangled Goldmine up. That was very well played by Fortitude. But the longer the game goes, the better your heroes are and the more and more solutions you have against that Masked Dragonhawk style. Fortitude maybe transitioning out of that a little too slow, maybe didn't use his tanks too well, which is rare to say about a Fortitude game. But that's what happened here, and that's why it's 1-0 for Alice.
Yeah, very impressively they're holding on. I feel like I've seen so many of these Dragonhawk games on Terraner Stand where it seems like, man, he's got such a big lead. He's so far ahead, the early game was so strong, and now he only has to close it out. This is going to be over soon. But every time, it fails. At least the last few times that I've seen it. I don't know, maybe the humans are making some mistakes, but it seemed like Fortitude was so well prepared. He had a heal scroll, he had double regen scrolls, he was standing next to his towers, but it's just so hard to close the damn game with Dragonhawks.
Absolutely. Just check Wikipedia. We don't have any other results yet from the other playgrounds. Fortitude is just watching his replay, analyzing what went wrong. And there's the invite. Thank you, Mr. Remo Demo, for taking care of me.
Well, of course, of course.
At next 1-0 is playing Focus, so he's playing Focus, playing Fastier Firelord against Undead. Nice.
What?
Yeah. Incinerate 2.
Firelord?
Yeah, man. Against Cryptlord, though. Incinerate on ghouls and beetles.
1-0 is all about that Cryptlord train, isn't he?
Who cares about Cryptlord? Let's praise the Firelord.
I guess in theory, if the lava spawn just keep on firing away at the beetles, maybe you're gonna have a lot of them.
It's Incinerate 2. And
But he also has lava spawn, right?
yeah, level 1, what does it do?
Interesting.
Alright, we're still waiting for Fortitude to join the game. Then it's map 2. Map 2 is Northern Isles. And match points for Alice, who would then face either Focus or Soin in the quarterfinal, which is the deciding round.
Someone versus Focus. Wouldn't mind a long best of 3 there. Some TC headhunters, some Farseer Torn chieftains, maybe some Firelord there as well. Lots of possibilities.
Gotta disappoint you there, man. They played already earlier to not overlap with the next game.
What?
Yeah, but I don't know the result.
Are you sure?
Yes. That's what Focus said in the WeChat group.
I couldn't quite decipher that English.
Well, he said Focus versus Soen played a little early because of I Play Next. I uploaded replays and result. Kinda easy, you know. Alright.
Resulte.
We have ourselves a pause. Maybe ping issues or something? Lag. Yep. The Chinese are lagging.
Kale. But as we look at the minimap, you know what building's missing, bro? You know what building's missing?
All of them.
All of them, correct. But importantly,
yeah, maybe the Alpha.
importantly, hells yeah, brother. Which means neutral hero build and Beastmaster here very, very likely. But you know, I've learned, thanks to Sonic games, to not get my hopes up too much, because you never know with these crazy Night Elf guys. Maybe it's gonna be the Quill Beast first, and then all my enthusiasm will have to be for nothing. So I'm gonna take this one step at a time, you know?
That's how you should approach everything in life in general. Yeah, we're close to 2,000 viewers here. That's pretty high for a close qualifier.
Yeah, I naturally am that way, actually. I have very, very few expectations about anything. And that oftentimes is a very healthy, self-protective mindset. But also, you know, you don't get super hyped for things all the time. Which is, comes with its own drawbacks, you know.
Are you hyped for this game, though?
Oh my god, I'm so hyped, bro. Let's do this.
We got Alice in the bottom left with a neutral hero build order with the late Alta. Engine 04 against the Tuska Ogre Creep. And on the other side, Fortitude maybe with an Archmage this time.
Yeah, seems to be very, very likely. No more camp here. No easy level 3 here. Not that easy of an expansion, in fact. So, Mountain King extremely unlikely. Other humans like Chimiko have been starting to play it a little bit on this map, but that still seems to be a rather exotic choice. 40 and AM is going to be the play.
No, he cancelled it. MK
What?
first on Northern Isles, baby. I haven't seen that against Night Elf. Against this build, probably ever. Not this year, I think. Especially Fortitude, man. He loves the Archmage and the early pushes and distraction and range attacks and chip damage.
Yeah, I saw it once or twice by Chimiko, but as I said, very rarely. All right, so here's the question. How well does Mountain King match up against Beastmaster? Normally, MK has 2 power spikes. Early level 3 to look for crucial kills on crucial units, like Fiends, like Berserkers, maybe like heroes, but let's be realistic. It's very unlikely that you're going to be hitting those. Or late game. Level 4, level 5, clap against all the bears. That's his power spikes. But once he runs out of mana, and the Beastmaster keeps on summoning his units over and over, and the only units you can kill with Stormbolt are archers, which are not that valuable. On paper, at least, this doesn't seem to shape up too well for the Mountain King.
Maybe. We see the wonderful polar bear. This is probably gonna be the game with the most bashes per minute in all of 2020.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, good.
Dude, focus 1 with that Firelord strat. I told you, Incinerate is the key.
Neo,
Focus so smart.
please, don't make a fool of yourself. Pretty impressive that
Dude,
he won,
I'm a
though.
streamer. We all make fools of ourselves pretty much every day. That's our job.
All right, brother.
Oh, Mr. 100% serious. We have to analyze everything Remo Demo is here today.
Yeah, I'm trying to realize what this strat is going to look like for the Mountain King. So he gets level 2, and then he's running across. No dust, by the way. You can definitely kill some archers here. As mentioned, this is the strength of him early, with Stormbolt taking out targets quickly. And I suppose at the moment, there is... Ooh, nice Stormbolt. Bit of a mistake perhaps by Alice to not have these archers in Shadow Meld right away. And at the moment, the bear doesn't have Bash yet. So the fact is, there's very little control to keep these footies locked down. This is working out surprisingly well. What the hell?
So far, at least, there's a Whispered
Players' forces
Fortitude's
are under
expansion. The
attack.
expansion a little late, maybe? Went for tower first. I don't know if he forgot to give the command. Leaves Alice alone now. That's probably no expansion then, or a transition expansion. This early game wasn't cheap with the shop around, with the archers lost. The game is not lost.
MK wants to see the camp away over here. Experience is absolutely crucial. If the Beastmaster makes it to level 3 fast, it might become very painful very quickly. Almost Stormbolt. Another archer has been going down, but nice deny. Keeps the experience away. That's a big deal.
I'll refresh the Discord call real quick because you're lagging. I hope we're gonna be reconnected in a second and the quality will be better. We do have the expo now. MK not level 3 yet, but oh, love the Cloak of Shadows on the Mountain King. Very good utility. Builds the Huntress Hall in time as well, and it's gearing up for yet another two-base game.
Forces are under attack.
I'd say a pretty good early game here for Fortitude. Better than some might expect, considering it was a Mountain King. First question is, can he get level 3 in time? He certainly needs it. And there, he will not have it as easy as the Beastmaster. With the Beastmaster having his summons always to use, he can creep up fairly quickly now. However, having lost 3 archers, of course, also his creep speed is somewhat diminished. Fortitude definitely needs to shop, needs to heat up these footies, needs to get clarities going, and then a tech soon. The tech does seem a little bit late. I don't know. Not that fast.
We had 3 bashes and 4 hits for Fortitude here. That was quite nice for creeping. Speeds everything up a little. Here's the tech now at the before the 6-minute mark. I think that's still fine.
Are under attack.
It's not the worst thing. Ooh, gotta be careful. But it's only an illusion. I think he realizes that as well. Not panic town portaling or something. That's level 3 for the MK mantle. A little bit more mana. I like that. First engine of lore. Second engine of lore. He lured the creeps. Okay, he's creeping now. And that's the Bash Bear then.
Ancient of War deny.
If you're not denying the creeps with your trees, though.
Still enough if he gets the 2 remaining ones. Would be a real heartbreaker if he denies that one, but... Whew. Okay. There you go. Level 3, Beastmaster should have the Bash Bear now. And a very tanky Beastmaster as well. 6 armor plus evasion. Not bad. Going for the staff. Question is, which second hero is he going to choose? Beastmaster not really a hero who does well late game by himself. Usual second hero allies are Panda or Demon Hunter. Both can be pretty good.
Oh, I like the boots. The brace is, of course, not the greatest item, but he can threaten us around here. There's a lot of mana. Boom! There's no staff. That's the easiest surround. He's losing a footman here and there, but definitely worth the trade. And that is Hawk level 2, man. Isn't it way too late for Hawk level 2?
I hate that.
I know. I feel
I hate Hawk every time it's
if you
played.
get it very, very fast, the level 3, I think it can have some value, and you pick up level 4 super quickly and kill 3, 4, 5 footmen, then it can be worth it as a transitional spell. But this late into the game, I'm for once with you that it won't have too much impact, especially against archers and dryads.
And it's good right now for scouting. for being annoying and for maybe pushing the footies back.
A player's force is
But in terms of actual damage output, it's really not that much. It's, what is that, 22 average damage, 23 average damage on the
That's
magic
bonus damage.
attack. Yeah. But also, once there's a bit of piercing damage, he's going to be taken out so fast.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
what I mean.
the-
Of course, it was nonsense. Not archers and druids, but rifles and casters.
Whereas the bear, he's always good. Like, even if he's going to be facing a 60 supply army, the bear on level 2 and especially on level 3 is still good.
under attack.
And when Moon, for example, plays this, he adds in the Quill Beast instead of the Dragonhawk. And then later on, once you have actual bear frontline, then you transition into level 3 Quill Beast to have more damage output from the back. So it seems to be a natural complementation of the Beastmaster along with the rest of the units. Whereas the Dragonhawk, I feel like, doesn't have much space really to fit in adequately. We do have it getting resummoned here now, though. And I suppose, you know, with the Tome of Retraining being cheaper nowadays, Beastmaster can retrain more easily, which I think he definitely should. But where's the second hero? Is he really playing solo Beastmaster?
Yeah, we've seen this
player's
quite a bit on
forces are under
Thursday as
attack.
well. Or a late edition for whatever you need. Demon Hunter could be very good depending on... Okay, Fortitude is going Archmage, then a Demon Hunter can be very good. I hate Demon Hunter versus Blood Mage. He always loses, but against this combo, I think a Demon Hunter can be very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Demon Hunter and Panda, both strong late game options with different strengths, of course. 51 supply here for Alice, that pains
Player's
a little.
forces are under attack.
Creeping the red camp in the north, there's going to be a lot of experience. This might be close to level 5 for him, actually.
Then it's the big bear. Is that the spell already? Nope, it's on the way at 50%. There was a question, by the way, in chat if Alice is a veteran or like a rising star on the scene, and I would say he's kind of both. He was around 5 years ago and had some top 12 runs here and there. Kicked out TH from one of the gold leagues. And then he had a little bit of a break, and now he's returning and again establishing himself as one of the top 10 Chinese players.
Yeah, absolutely. His career had some dips in between, I guess you could say. So he's looking like a strong rookie player, but yeah, absolutely, he has been
Town is
around
under siege.
for some time. This game, though, I think Fortitude is pretty satisfied with the state. It's pretty passive. He can just creep up, level up his heroes. The MK is strong already. He's waiting with his tech because he wants to be secure on 2 bases. Very important. Playing up against the Beastmaster, you have to be safe defensively because normally Beastmaster has to play aggro because of how he will fall off in the late game. So playing greedy as the human is oftentimes a big mistake. But
Can't pick him up though. Level 5 for the beastie now. Endurance aura, of course, perfect on both sides though. Items in general for both players, I think, very, very good. Claws on the Archmage, always appreciated. Mana Stone, always appreciated. And that's quite a heavy push by Romantic. He never went into tier 3, went into Rifle Casters with a couple of Sorks even. Second expansion maybe by Alice. That would be quite greedy. He needs the gold for his army. Fairy Dragons now. A little bit of a transition. That's costly.
would love to see a tier 3 here behind it for Fortitude. He's going for a big push, and that one could work out. But as a plan B, he could just go tier 3 right now. He has the resources right now. And then come back with stronger forces later on. Paladin, Inner Fire, and so on. But it seems like he's putting a lot of weight behind this attack.
We have a little break once again. Alice suffering from some ping issues. And we hear that Focus is playing the Fire Lord again. And it's looking good, according to chat. Yep, canceling an expansion right here. And the Crypt Lord is about to die, so Focus might eliminate 1-0 from next. What is it? Winter, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
For our game to resume. It's quite fun. Indeed. Thank you for the follows, by the way. We are, we cracked the 99,000 follower mark not too long ago. Of course, the road to 100k, road to the 6 digits, every single follow, especially now that we have some time, is much appreciated. Just hit the bottom, or the follow button in the bottom right. Ring the bell so you get the notifications as well, and don't miss a broadcast anymore.
We're gonna have a nice little get together there at 100,000. Of course, it's gonna be supposed for us to be a fun evening of celebration, but also we're gonna stream all of that, of course, and it's supposed to be a fun evening for everyone, with Ricky, with Carson, with some surprise guests maybe as well. Still have a high ping over here.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be getting better, weirdly.
I don't know what to do. I mean, there's also no resume from replay on NetEase. So, I'm not too sure what to do. Hands off, I guess.
Maybe now it's better.
Go. All right. We're waiting for the go. Big Bear figures out the army positioning of Fortitude, who has a lot of militia with him.
Mountain King is just waiting for these bears to come in. He's a strong little man. Close to level 5, mana stone.
I'm not too sure about the ferries of
Players'
Alice.
forces are under attack.
He will be sniped quite quickly.
It's going to be important to have them in the right position. Above the trees, of course, the way you want it. Where are the mountain jacks, though?
Production Demon Hunter is coming now. I feel everything is way too late for Alice. The ferries are working surprisingly well, but now they're out of range. And Blizzard is, of course. Oh, Blizzard clap against bears. Alice has a nice play here with the illusions. They soak up the majority of the damage. The real bears aren't really hurt yet.
Oh my god, that clap Blizzard, though. If ever there was a good weapon against bears.
Players' forces are under attack.
It's this one. And here now comes the problem of the missing second hero. If there was a Demon Hunter level 3, this would be a lot easier to deal with. If there was a Panda level 3, this would be a lot more threatening. Because it's only a Beastmaster. Okay, we have a Demon Hunter now, but it's a level 1 demon. And the late game level 1 demon is one of the most underwhelming things you'll ever see.
Oh, clap Perino again. Yeah. The piercing damage is taking out the towers. That's kind of fine, but... that's a million damage right there. Yeah, like Romantic, is he even losing anything? The Demon Hunter, the most underwhelming Demon Hunter of all the times. And everything is just getting wrecked. Double G's! Even... like, oh my, that was just brutal. Fortitude is back in the series.
Well done. MK level 2 aggressive play. This made a big difference in this game. It wasn't so much about the late game fight. Like, with that situation, Fortitude couldn't lose. The way he won that game was the early game decision making, where he slowed down the Beastmaster as much as he did. And if you slow down level 3, if you slow down the pressure, this is a lot easier for the human. With this Beastmaster strat, it is very... very tempo-based, as I like to always say, Neo. You may have noticed. So you have to get ahead, and you have to play from ahead. You have to have more units. You have to have more experience. If you land in a totally even late game or the human is ahead, you're gonna lose. The Beastmaster is not that good. You're gonna lose. So it's very important to stay ahead at all times, and Fortitude did a great job playing around that fact.
How's that tempo sponsorship going for you? Did you work on that in your days off?
Still working on it, you know. I have a conflicting interest with Tseba Softies. Also interesting propositions there, so...
But...
we'll have to see.
Why? You never say, oh, that's quite a Tseba hero. Or such a softy hero.
For the future, though.
You want to implement that in casts?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the keeper of the grove, you know? For the keeper. I think he's the biggest softy hero of them all.
What? Have you... Like, look at his six-pack. He's not soft at all. He's rock solid. Not rock hard,
that's
rock solid.
That's Warcraft universe standards. Even the peasants have like biceps bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But the peons
It's just the
don't.
Warcraft universe. The peons have a bit of a beer gut, you know, but they're still fucking jacked.
Ah.
Have you ever played against a keeper when you have level 3 Coil Nova? You're gonna see how much of a softie he is, bro. He's gonna be like, you know, at the beginning he thinks he's cool with his roots and everything, but at the later stages, you know, you notice how you know, much of a weakling he is.
Very, very eloquent. Yeah, thank you. There we go. By the way, game 3. Once again, we go for the Beastmaster as always on Last Refuge. This is where Fortitude eliminated TH from the wildcard qualifier, so he definitely knows what to do against it. If this is a Mountain King again, I'm baffled though. This must be an Archmage first.
Yeah, it's super hard to make MK work here. Also, if you don't play AM, you're kind of not making use of one of the biggest strengths of this map, the Merc Camp. You want to get the Merc Camp. In fact, this is how the Beastmaster first rose to prominence, by being able to creep the Merc Camp early, getting mercenary support, the big item, and getting fast to level 3. Some humans have been trying to punish this early Merc Camp attempts by the Night Elf. Some just let it go through unpunished, which to me always seems like a bit of a mistake. But of course, if you play aggressively there, maybe you can't expand. So a lot of important decisions to be made early on for Fortitude. It's very complicated for him what the right thing to do is. Whereas for Alice, it's simple. You get the Beastmaster, you creep the Merc, you creep the expansion, you get level 3, you expand, you pressure. Fortitude has to think a little bit harder, has to think a little bit more here in the early stages.
Alright. Or
A player's
it's
forces
just
are under attack.
automated already. Beastmaster strategy is out for quite a while. Everybody got kind of used to it. His answers against TH were really, really good. But to be honest, on this map especially, TH wasn't playing his best. Lots of mistakes. I'm pretty sure Alice won't make those mistakes. Not donate 14 supply mountain giants into a surrounding human army. And then things might look different here. Speaking of different color for the bear. Always love that. And that's the typical human creep route by now. Green into Murlocs, so they can't be triggered and interfere with the rest of the creeping. You get level 2 a little earlier.
Triggered!
And creeping on the same side, on the other side as well. You get, oh, foot of accuracy. Good damage boost in the early for Archers and Mercs.
Yeah, it's also the great thing about playing Beastmaster here. There's so many good items you can find. Even the belt is actually really good in the Beastmaster. The only two bad ones are Rune Bracers, which for the late game might even not be too bad. Although, well, actually, to be honest, they're bad. So Rune Bracers and Qualifier Boots, those are bad. Everything else you can find here is pretty damn good. And the creeping continues. Shadow Priest has been hired already.
Imagine Todd gets the items of Fortitude. He would rage for weeks about that. Ring, slippers, and rune braces, only tankiness. None of that is an item you want. That's pretty rough.
Alice getting ready to put up the expansion here very, very soon. He has the resources already. Maybe he wants to go for a Berserker first. I think he had to detonate a Wisp here to get the supply available. Well, I guess he can just make the tree. Nice Footy Scout. Sees what's going on. Not too much he can do there by himself.
Forty is playing one base again. I am pretty curious how well that works out against Alice. Against TH, as I said, worked really well, but there was a different game. I think he's pretty much the only one playing one base at the moment against the style on this map. So a heavy rifle cast push coming.
I could see that working once you have a lot of bears to focus, a lot of rifles to focus the bear, maybe some dispel. But early pushes are hard to make work. This is a powerful early level 3 bear Or level 2 bear, I suppose. Plus a lot of mercenaries. So again, it's not so easy for Fortitude to find the right pressure points here in this game. He's distracting with the AM, even cancels the moon well. Footy's creeping up in the meantime. I think he's doing this really well so far.
It's really annoying. But he's not supply blocked. Hunter's Hall comes up. It's not that bad. It's also one base. One base, nothing more to cancel really in the upper side of the map. The northern side of the map. Beastmaster has an easy creep here. You're losing a lot of HP though. And there's the blacksmith. Tier 2 has arrived. Is it Naga? No second hero yet.
Yeah, second hero choices here by both sides. Very interesting. I hope Alice goes for second hero this time faster. It's really important. Takes out the water elemental with ease thanks to the shadow priests. And no demon hunter yet. We have the lures coming up first. Oh, the pig! Blocking the AM! Oh, he almost got surrounded! Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's no staff. That was dangerous. It's a blood mage, by the way. No Naga, so little less tempo based. And more creeping. Can be good on level 1, obviously. So now I'm curious, does he play a demon hunter again? If yes, I think Alice is in a pretty bad spot, as the demon hunter doesn't really provide anything. Army 4 Fortitude is still good. Can still do a lot with it. We do have defend. A lot of sustain. Oh, that shot cancel is nice. It's also level 4, as it wasn't cancelled.
Fortitude knows these water elementals will die. Will give more experience to the Beastmaster. Level 4 for him at the same time. I think a Naga second for Alice could be really good, right?
Yeah. It should be the standard, I think. But he goes for a Demon Hunter. Didn't see the Blood Mage yet, if I'm not mistaken. There might have been a Wisp, but I'm not sure. Sees it now. Does he cancel the Demon Hunter and go Naga? No. Goes through with it. Both play a later or mid-game, late game base build. Okay, I like 40's position. It's gonna be 70 supply kind of soon. And Alice, I think he needs a Mountain Giant. Maybe even 2 plus upgrades.
If he does get to 70 supply with MGs, it's gonna be very hard though for the human to deal with. Always is.
That is correct, but it's kind of hard to get there and takes forever. But Fortitude needs some time as well for the 70 supply. For the items, needs some regen. Oh, Archmage. Archmage, you don't want a town portal from the shop to your base. That's the field's Batman for sure. Blademaster, Beastmaster, stealing the info potion like a Blademaster. And Fortitude, what are you doing?
Where's the militia as well, by the way? He's right next to your base. Why is there no militia here?
That's a good question. That's a lot of kills for Alice. I don't know. Fortitude was looking away for a little. Oh, that's quite a jump start for the Demon Hunter. That's a very welcome gift for the Beastmaster. And that's so much time. That puts Alice in the favorable spot.
Militia called again. Wait a minute. Is he just tower pushing right now? That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, we've seen
tower push against the Beastmaster seems ambitious, to say the very least.
Well, did work on Thursday. Multiple times. Not only for Fortitude, also for TH, but dude, TH, when he played human, that was like the Mona Lisa to watch. It was so beautiful. But alright, creeps get in the way. That's a super cool move by Alice.
Beastmaster has big ambitions here. Doesn't quite get anything. So tier 3 is reached. Bear Master training coming in. Must be the Orb of Venom now coming as well. I'm surprised he hasn't sold the Scroll of the Beast yet. There we go.
High ground for 40 cleans this. Solo experience for the Blood Mage. Book of the Dead. There should be wisps nearby.
A player's forces are under attack.
Orb of Venom. There we go. Fine.
Probably the final moments of this game. Fortitude is pushing forward through this little needle hole. Bears are ready, but hard to get in position. One bear struggling for sure. For supply not in the fight. That makes it easy for the rifles to take them out. Needs to reposition a little. Tower's not up yet, and Siphon works very, very well so far, but it's only level 1. Banish now. No DPS on the Demon Hunter. First tower cancelled.
With the Book of the Dead coming in, finally some wisps are forced to come off the line. These wisps were kind of missing before already. But the power of this push seems to perhaps be sufficient. 52 supply still for Fortitude. Wisps moving in, getting off some dispels, but seemingly not enough. Yeah, you might be right. This push might be enough. I thought the Knight should be in a position here to hold, but good old tier 2 rifle push. It's back.
Can he... he's not even trying to go for Mountain Giants. One Mountain Giant could maybe buy time for the upgrade of the second Mountain Giant. But that's not his way. Oh, he's losing a bear to creeps. Alice. That's not how you get into DreamHack, my man.
That is very painful. Very, very painful. Alright, last stand. Beastmaster level 5. What can he do? He's going for the big bash bear. Blinking to the back line.
Yeah, but damage seems to be too much. Slow is in as well. Level 3 on the Blood Mage, and now Demon Hunter will never have mana and will oftentimes be banished. Damn, Fortitude. Despite the botched fight at the shop, playing a very, very solid push. It's kind of a trend recently that we see more ivory towers again. I wonder how long that will last.
Beastmaster with a mana pot. But it seems like this bear just always gets dispelled. He gets focused pretty quickly. And the bear is dying one after the next. I'm talking about the real bears this time. Not even about the bash bear. Who also just disappears. 2 real bears and the summon just gone. The rifles are back and Starter is having a nervous breakdown.
Level 5 Archmage, Berserker, probably saved here. Trades it. There's no damage on the heroes because of Banish. There's no spells on the heroes because of Siphon. That... Oh, with the Invo Potion maybe? But Banish is ready. Oh, Dispel. More right clicks. Who's gonna fall first? It's close. It's real close. Potion on the Beastmaster maybe.
Oh.
Another Banish. Oh, Fortitude. That was excellent. Bash! Oh! Demon Hunter falls. Cool scenes at the end. He's moving this Archmage, but the Banish against the bear is a little too late, but that shouldn't change too much. Dot? Wait a minute. He's not holding this with 17 supply, is he? Bash against the sword.
Doesn't look doable. If he gets level 6 and Stampede, does that change something?
Not really. There's Banish.
It doesn't cancel. Does Banish cancel?
I think so.
I don't think so. Doesn't cancel staff. Doesn't cancel anything.
Archmage is back from the
Player's
tavern.
forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter is not. Alice is staying in this. Trusting in the Beastmaster. There's no mana. There's a couple of resources. He's still trying to make this work with bears. But GG! Just wanted to get level 6. And that is Fortitude fighting back after the lost Terrana stand game in the quarterfinal. And that's the deciding round.
All right. And Focus did beat Soen before. Was a 2-1 there.
Nice.
So it's going to be Fortitude versus Focus. However, Focus is playing next, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Huh. All right, we're gonna figure this out. We go into a little break, and then we have a new game. Hopefully, we follow Fortitude, and we get the focus game somehow. Otherwise, there's plenty of games, and we will pick from one of them. You stay tuned.